Hello everyone. So in today's video of chapter Ionic Equilibria, I will be talking about pH scale and hydrolysis of salts. pH scale. pH scale is actually giving us idea of hydronium ion concentration or hydrogen ion concentration in mole per dm cube in a particular solution. And when we are expressing hydronium ion concentration or hydrogen ion concentration in mole per dm cube on the logarithmic scale, we start calling it as pH scale. Sorensen in 1909 defined the pH of solution as a negative logarithm to the base 10 of the concentration of hydrogen ion in the solution in mole per dm cube. We can express pH mathematically as pH is equal to minus log base 10 hydrogen ion concentration. Similarly, pOH of a solution can also be determined, and it is defined as the negative logarithm to the base 10 of the molar concentration of hydroxyl ions in solution. Similarly, we can say pOH is equal to minus log base 10 hydroxyl ion concentration. Now, what is the relationship between pH and pOH? We already know ionic product, that is Kw for water, is equal to hydronium ion concentration multiplied by OH ion concentration. The value of Kw we have calculated earlier, and it is 1 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 14 at 298 Kelvin, and the product of the concentration of hydronium and hydroxyl ion, we can say here it is equal to 1 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 14. In this equation, if we are taking log on both the side on base 10, we will be getting log base 10 hydronium ion plus log base 10 hydroxyl ion concentration is equal to minus 14. Then if we are taking minus common from full equation, we will be getting minus log base 10 hydronium ion concentration plus minus log base 10 hydroxyl ion concentration is equal to 14. And we all know minus log base 10 hydronium ion concentration is called as pH, whereas minus log base 10 concentration of hydroxyl ion is known as pOH. So on substituting the pH and pOH in this equation, we will be getting pH plus pOH is equal to 14. So this is the relationship between pH and pOH. Now, acidity, basicity and neutrality of aqueous solution. Neutral solution, if we have neutral solution like pure distilled water or distilled water, here we will see the number of hydronium ion is equal to number of hydroxyl ion, which is also equal to 1 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 7 molar. So if we are putting this value of hydronium ion concentration in the formula, pH is equal to minus log base 10 hydrogen ion concentration or hydronium ion concentration, on calculation we will be getting pH value of distilled water is 7, which is indicating that if a solution is having pH value 7, then the solution nature is neutral. Acidic solutions. Acidic solutions are those solutions where you will see hydronium ion concentration is way more than the hydroxyl ion concentration. So hydronium ion concentration is always greater than 10 raised to minus 7. So pH is always less than 7 in case of acidic solutions. Basic solutions. In basic solution, you will get to see the excess of hydroxyl ions. That means hydronium ion concentration is always smaller than hydroxyl ion concentration. So hydronium ion concentration is always less than 10 raised to minus 7. So their pH value will always be greater than 7. So this is all about pH and pOH. Now let's talk about next topic, and that is hydrolysis of salts. Hydrolysis. Hydrolysis is the term which is made up of two terms actually, hydro plus lysis. Lysis is to break. The meaning of lysis is to break. And by water, if you are breaking some salt to identify their pH or nature, we are calling it is hydrolysis. So we can say here, hydrolysis of a salt is defined as the reaction in which cations or anions or both ions of the salt react with ions of water to produce acidity or alkalinity or sometimes neutrality also. Right. So hydrolysis of salt is the reaction where the cations or anions which are coming from salt will react with the ions, that is hydrogen ion or hydroxyl ion coming from water to produce acidity or basicity or neutrality sometimes in the solution. Now we all know pure water is the neutral solution where hydrogen ion concentration is always equal to hydroxyl ion concentration. If the ions of salt do not interact with water ions, that means do not interact the ions which are coming from water, that is hydronium and hydroxyl ion, that means the solution remain neutral. Its nature is neutral and its pH value is 7. And when one or more sort of ions react with water, in order to disturb the concentration of hydronium ion or hydroxyl ion which is coming from water, in that case the solution will show the acidity or alkalinity or any one of the nature depending upon the reaction of the ions coming from salt with the ion coming from water. Now on the basis of this fact, we are going to learn 4 types of salts. Salts derived from strong acids and strong base, for example sodium chloride, sodium sulfate, potassium chloride, potassium nitrate. Next type is salt derived from strong acid and weak base, for example ammonium chloride, copper sulfate. Third type is salt derived from weak acid and strong base, example sodium acetate, potassium cyanide. And fourth type is salt derived from weak acid and weak base, and the examples are ammonium fluoride, ammonium cyanide, ammonium acetate also. So let's go to category number 1, and the type number 1 is the salt derived from strong acids and strong base. Let's take one such example, and that is sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is a salt of strong acid, that is HCl, and strong base NaOH. When sodium chloride is dissolved in water, what will happen? Sodium ion and chloride ion will be produced. Because these two ions, sodium and chloride ions, have no tendency to react with water. Why? They are strong. They do not react with water ions when they are coming into the water or they are dissolved in water. This is because the possible product NaOH and HCl are the electrolytes which are strong and will remain completely dissociated in aqueous state again. So what will happen? If sodium and chloride ion is interacting with water also, they will be producing HCl and NaOH. Both are strong and they will again dissociate to give you sodium ion, chloride ion, hydronium ion and hydroxyl ion. So all in all, sodium ion and chloride ion, once they are produced by the dissolution of sodium chloride into water, they remain ionized form and they do not react with any of the ion coming from water. So what will happen? The equality of hydronium ion and hydroxyl ion produced by the ionization of water will not be getting disturbed. So the solution will remain neutral. So we can conclude that the salt of strong acid and strong base does not undergo hydrolysis, or its pH value remain 7 and the nature of solution will remain neutral. Now another type. Salts of strong acid and weak base. One such example is copper sulfate. Copper sulfate is the salt of strong acid H2SO4 or sulfuric acid and weak base cupric hydroxide. When copper sulfate is dissolved in water, it will dissociate it completely to give you cupric ions and sulfate ions. Sulfate ions are coming from strong acid, that means it is not going to react with water and it remain as SO4 minus 2 form only. Now the reaction of cupric ion will start happening with the water to give you cupric hydroxide and produce hydronium ion. Due to the presence of hydronium ions, the resulting solution of copper sulfate will become acidic and it will turn blue litmus red. I'm telling you again, cupric will start reacting with water to produce hydronium ion and cupric hydroxide because hydronium ion are getting more in number. That is why what is happening, the solution is having more hydrogen ions to make it acidic. And due to the formation of hydronium ion, or you can say cupric hydroxide, the solution will start become turbid. And in this case we used to add sulfuric acid. This adding sulfuric acid provide hydrogen ion to the solution and hydrolytic equilibrium shifts towards the left and the turbidity of cupric hydroxide dissolve to give you color solution. So to get clear solution of copper sulfate, addition of H2SO4 would be required. Next two types we will learn in next video. Thank you.